Hi, so I am not going to talk about life is precious, life is a gift, life is God's blessing, things like that. We all know it for a fact that life is a gift, life is precious, life is God's gift, but we still need some people to make us realize it. End of the day, it is people for people. Nobody can make it on their own. Nobody. You can be very religious, you can be very a prayerful person. We appreciate that. We all are supposed to be like that. Still, you need people, your co-human around you, with you to make it. So stop blaming whoever die because of depression, whoever commits suicide because of depression. Stop blaming them, saying that they don't know how to appreciate life. In fact, we have to start thinking, do we appreciate them enough? Did they feel valued in their life? If they had, they wouldn't take such tragic decisions. Okay, we have to accept the fact. I'm going to talk something as an Indian. Okay, so I'm so sorry if it's a little bit harsh. Talking about Indian parents, not all, but most of Indian parents love to compare their kids with other kids. The kids are like, never good, you are never good enough, never good enough. You have to be like that boy, you have to be like that girl, you have to achieve like that boy, you have to play like that girl, you have to be like somebody else. You can't just be yourself. You're not allowed to be yourself. You have to be somebody else. If you're not, then you're not good. Okay, and then comparison among siblings. Why you can't be like your sister, why you can't be like your elder brother, why you can't be like your younger sister, or why you can't be like your cousin, your nephew, your niece, whatever not. Continuous comparisons, keeping, making the child to think that, he or she is not good enough. Okay, done with that. This Indian parents, most of the time, I'm not talking about all again, some of them, or even most of them, they love to worship other people, other kids. I don't know why they love to do that. They love to do that. Just look at that uncle's son. Just look at that uncle's daughter. Why you love to worship other kids? Do you think that your daughter is or son is not good enough at all? If you think so, then your parenting has to be questioned. Don't question them. You cannot worship others. They can never be happy with what the kid is doing. But they are so impressed, so happy with what other kids are doing. I have seen this, when the child try to do something, there is no mental support, there is no moral support. But if another child from another family tries to do something, so much of compliments, so much of appreciation. Why? What's your problem basically? This is some kind of mental disease or what? Why are we always worshipping other kids? Your kids are your priority. Your kids are your pride and joy. They come first. My spiritual master has taught me that child worship is even better than deity worship. Deity worship, God worship. Because it's true. But we don't do that. We like to worship some other people. We like to worship other people's kids. We always look down on our own kids. We don't support them. We don't have any compliments. We don't have anything nice to say. Nothing nice to say. Okay, done with that kind of tragic childhood. So when parents keep talking like this to their children, what happens is this kind of mentality, this kind of idea sticks to their mind, and there goes their self-confidence. They are not confident anymore. They can appear to be confident, they can appear to be very normal because they are expected to be normal, but they are not. And then they go to college life, university life with this sort of how to say, this sort of pictures, this sort of opinions stuck to their mind, and there also they suffer a lot of things. They can't be like other kids. That is why sometimes we see one kid is like not so great, not so academically doing well or not so talented, but so popular, he can do so many things. And there's this one kid who is so talented, but she or he can't do anything, very scared to talk to people, can't communicate with people, don't know how to reach out to people, don't know how to ask help. That is because since childhood he or she was told that he or she is not good enough. They start to, when you keep listening to something, end of the day you start believing it. Human nature. Okay, done. And then going to workplace again. discrimination because of race, because of skin tone, because of skin color, because you don't speak the language that I speak, because my race can never get along with your race, because you're not my caste, because you're my caste but you're not the same subcaste. Okay, your financial status, your social status, because your father is just a driver, his father is a businessman, so he deserves better than you. Never ending. Alright, all these things get stuck, and then so much of office politics. The real talented one doesn't get noticed. The one who can be the butter, what do you call that? The bootlickers. You know, bootlickers, they like to butter you. They like to, they like to flatter the management. But the real one who is honest, who has lots of integrity, doesn't get noticed. He or she might be the talented one, but she doesn't get noticed. So many reasons: race, skin tone, color, not enough flattering. Fine. Relationship. At the beginning, everything is so beautiful, blossoming like wow. And then you have no time for them. You're too busy for them. They're nagging you. When they reach out to you, you don't reply to them. You see their text, you don't reply. You ignore them. You don't make them feel wanted. You don't make them feel special anymore. When they try to reach out to you, try to tell you their feelings, you say he or she's making drama. Okay, she survived all this while, or he survived all this while because she thinks that, okay, now at least I have somebody for me. No, again, she or he feels that I'm wrong again. This person has never got time for me. He finds me not good enough again. Marriage, comparisons. Comparison with another wife, comparison with another husband. Look at that man, how good he is. He's so good in buying properties. Why not you? Look at that wife, how she dresses up. Why don't you dress up like her? See, criticism can be constructive, that you can feel because they want it to be better. But most of the time in Indian families, criticisms are not constructive. They are destructive. That happens. Okay? And then extramarital affairs. And when you ask for it, they say that because you're not good enough. Again, because you're not good enough, so I'm having an extramarital affair with somebody else. And the best part, sometimes they're supported by their family to go on with that nonsense. How much you earn, like for men, no matter how much you earn, that wife is like never satisfied. For women, no matter how much service you do for him and his family, he or his family not satisfied. So all these things kept together, one by one, at one point they go through something called as depression. This is actually like they are being killed so many times by other people, and the last person to kill them is they themselves. They can't take it anymore. Again, don't compare and tell that how come that person survived, this person survived. Everybody doesn't have the same mental ability, okay? Everybody's different. Some people are fragile, some people are soft-hearted, and the worst thing is these people who die or suicide because of depression, right? These are very beautiful souls actually. They're nice people. They're too nice for this world, maybe. That's the reason. And when they feel not valued, when they feel not appreciated, they feel continuously degraded, ignored, not given any attention, not recognized in any ways. Workplace, family, relationship, marriage. At last they end up giving up on themselves. They would have tried so many times. They would have tried to communicate to you. They would have tried, they would have prayed hard, they would have done everything. But when there is no people around you to support you, it makes lots of difference. Yeah, prayers do help, but only with the help of human. Because God is not going to come down and have a coffee with you and tell you, bro, tell me what's wrong with you. No. Eventually, you need people. You need the prayers, you need the strength from God, yes, but we need people. So people, please try to be nice to others. We never know you will be the next one. Or maybe you're already suffering from depression. You don't know. You need people. Be nice to them. Give them some compliments. Appreciate their time that they spend for you. Tell them that they're good. Tell them that they're enough. You can't do this to everyone that you see. Do this to the people around you. Don't ignore. When you know people are suffering from depression or some sort of unhappiness, pay attention to them. Even God will be very happy with you. But if you're not doing all this and you're very busy praying and doing all these things, there's no use. I've seen many people, they spend so much of time reading scriptures, praying, meditating, and they don't miss out their prayers. A lot of things are there, but they're not nice to human. Then there is no point at all. So be nice to people. Okay, that's basically what we need.